So guys, ran into a bit of technical difficulty there. The cam wasn't working, but we are here. I had some help again from the amazing Rockin' Lady K. Thank God. Thank God indeed. I'll be on very shortly. Very, very shortly. Alright team, thanks for being patient. That was another night of intense issues. Solved! Very soon. Final Fantasy XVI. Hope everyone's having a good day. I hope so. A good day indeed. I'm having a good day. Yes, I am. Now the audio issues are sorted. That was a pain. Thanks to Rockin' Lady K. Thanks indeed. But what's been a streamer if you don't have some issues to start off with, right? To feel something. Alright. We are 7 minutes late, but we shall make it up. Once this song finishes, because it's fucking fantastic. The Flamingo returns by Ace Marino. That was fantastic. Fantastic indeed. How good is it to finally know that my voice is working? Because that was shabby. Very shabby. For the last little bit. Yes, it was. But everything seems up to par now, which is good. Which is very good. Very, very good. Let's see if we crash onto anyone else. But I think it's time. Let's pick up where we left off. Sounds good to me.
Staying home this time.
Indeed. Staying a while. Stay a while and listen. Alright. Clive has chambers.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern.
Wall of Memories. The Oath. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid, this crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. That's a pretty cool addition, isn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Where else haven't we been to yet? The Tub and Crown. That's just the jukebox, I think.
Have we any more?
Knuckle Pies, that's interesting, isn't it? Forevermore, I think we've listened to that one before. Sound of Silence. Concentrating. Down to the mess. Or is it up to the mess? Yeah. Oh, the Kupo's still here. Nectar. You wonder what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my fearless friend. All in good time.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
I was going in the wrong direction. Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Nighttails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws.
Armies and outlaws.
Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, An altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
It's a nice fill-in for the 5 years.
The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yara.
Yara.
Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
Elisi220, thank you very much for the follow.
To visit our resident historian.
That's brilliant, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Lacey, I have. Love hit affiliate.
How may I assist you today? One would think.
One would think my role was abundantly clear by now. I offer you and yours a guiding light of knowledge that of matters of military and political, both past and present, that it might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way toward a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule them. And of course, to pay attention during my lectures, it would not do to appoint the storied Ninetales as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice.
I admit.
When I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Canva, I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the Outlaw among my pupils, but nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life. And we both know how that ended. Has it been a year already? Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind. I suppose one is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remained hidden. Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely have proved fatal. But instead, I was not only saved, but granted a new lease of life as personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no less.
A far more reputable fellowship
Than anything in the academic world, I assure you.
my beloved homeland.
The crossroads of Valencia, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the blight. It is a blessed country indeed.
Or at least, it was.
Until Sam Brake elected to invade, and establish a new holy capital upon Twin Seeds' heretofore neutral shores. It pains me to see the land I love so changed, and even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew the Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflamme, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seemed too audacious a move for even him.
What is it that you wish to learn?
By speaking with Vivian and the Hideaway's Matt Maroon, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings-on in Valencia, revisit any of Ninetale's past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationships of these individuals in Clive's orbit. Comprehensive grid of important persons, an overview of current and past Valencia affairs.
Study it well, Clive.
The situation map. Here you can view a detailed overview of current and past events relevant to Clive's story that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1 R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. We got here. Ah, this is previous. Got ya. Got ya.
I have the details here.
Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI that updates as you progress through the scenarios. Yep. Present day. The Knight of Flames, mysterious stranger. Deceased. Ah, okay. Tiamat. Back to it.
Thus ends today's lesson.
All right. Alicia, thanks for the message. No, I didn't reach affiliate on my own. I had help from B Squad. Then I took a month off to focus on myself, and then and family and my partner. Now I'm back.
Is a name I have not
Heard in a long time.
So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive.
Hello, Lady K.
As always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On Gods and Men. A heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of one Axamander of Canva, a renowned theologian who spends most of his life chronicling Balasea's diverse religious history.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though.
Filching?
He's got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
True. I like the setup more than it was when I was in the other place.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems.
It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Cutting off the brand is pretty brutal.
All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new ship.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Thank you, Jill. Missives. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twin Side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing. I reckon I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
Fuck yeah, time for revenge.
Look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could
Fucking
only
long
command
time.
this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. Each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
The lady is right.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss.
Hopefully we go to war soon, that'd be sick.
Now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
Jill kicks ass.
But
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
True. Joshua kicks ass. The Phoenix.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out
Lady K kicks ass.
to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Toast to that.
to a world without mother crystals.
To a world without mother crystals. Thought I'd join in. No! Only with technical issues that you have. Negative. Don't be so coy. Meanwhile... Is that Josh? The Northern Territory. It's Australia.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly.
Holy shit.
But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more.
It's the middle of Australia.
The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
I don't think so.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to
Well, how about knocking, mate?
intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
The Gathering Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
What indeed? Is there anything else in here? No.
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with Otto.
Then that is where we shall go.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in this area started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip and the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
True. Let's go sort it out.
Breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
A new quest is available nearby. Just the one. What has she got just here?
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive.
A small settlement huddled atop a rocky tor overlooking the swampy lowlands of southeastern Rosaria. Sellswords gather in its barracks, hawkers in its streets, while those short on work can be heard singing over flagons of ale from morning until night in the village's eponymous tavern. While the former duchy may want for cheer since being annexed by the Empire, the rest is a rare spot of sunshine amongst the gloom, and most travellers make a point of stopping over when they're passing through. Off we go then.
Good. Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
We shall.
Welcome back, Sid.
Ah, a hooded one. Obolus, the boatman.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
We will help you.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way.
Ah, hello,
To make
Schlando.
pitch, you need pitch
What's going on?
trees. But in case you haven't
About time, it's only been like
live
2 months.
trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax.
Sticky wax.
To trap birds and beetles.
Getting ready to snooze.
Might be enough
Getting old,
to tide
Schlando.
me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Slando, you know who Rockin' Lady K is, don't you? Alright, that's where we are. That's what that is. I need to go to the Three Breeds. I shall leave you on and doze in and out. Alright, Schlando. Try opening your Kindle and reading. But I appreciate it. Thank you for leaving me on. Try not to freeze to death in Tasmania.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth. This one.
Nothing wrong with the volume tonight, Lady K? Spoils. Aha, there it is. Is that the only one I needed?
Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Have I been here before? Yeah. Right at the start. Let's go back. A tad higher? Bloody hell. In your hop, remote in. Why have the missions down there where they send you back to the top?
Finish with that long. Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
I sure
That's
did.
one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo. So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
What was the screen connect code? Sorry chat, wait one, I'm just going to make sure that this is all working perfectly. Yep. One. Oh my god, that's too fast. Come on, mate. I'm not a... Got to be kind to people with brain injuries. Yeah, I explained Van Diemen's Land Slando to Kristen. Alright. Let us continue. Alright, was there anything left? I completely, unfortunately, missed that.
Yeah, Sid. How is it I never see you on the ferry? Ah, forget I asked.
That's why it's in brackets. Sorry, Yoda. Martha's Rest. Too smart for your own good, Schlando.
What happened here?
Bloody hell.
We need to find the others.
All these places are looking worse for wear after 5 years. You're excused. Thanks, RSM.
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down. All our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Judd and I will go after them. You
Piece
take
of
care of the
shit.
people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
It's like genocide. Dark clouds gather. There's emissions around here.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
What are you after? That all, is it?
Oi, look sharp! Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can to treat the wounded.
Yeah, let us know, Schlando.
If those horses touch air on Martha's
Fuck, these guys got their asses kicked.
Look. Up ahead.
Smart ass Lando. Oh shit.
Are you hurt?
Drugged through the ringer.
It's them at the Abbey who lead you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were going to hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
The old rat.
They may still be alive. Arthur, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Thank you, Clive.
Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Fuck the Empire.
Get him! Get him!
go. Someone's crying. Where's that?
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Clyde Bundabi. Bloody hell, that sends a message, doesn't it?
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
You can swing that sword around all you want, mate. You're gonna die.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Such isn't the law.
To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Get wrecked. Enemy slain.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Quest complete.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
These buildings look so fucking cool. I'd love old school house like this. Oh shit.
Fun.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
This is heavy hitting shit.
Clive. He's breathing.
The friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sin's aid. And tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
In here. We found a survivor.
Clive.
Fuck.
We've laid the abbot to rest. The bears, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here, ready to jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was
Fitting
still
end.
with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Mortal remains. Nice of you to catch up, Torgal. Where's a new one? Ach, come on. Ooh, you're gonna die. Notorious marks. Every now and then Club may encounter creatures larger, faster, more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Oh, we are not running.
I guess spotted us, Torgal. What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Oh, shit, shit. Oh, you. Jesus, bro, yo.
I can't go on.
Oh my god. I got absolutely shite. Yeah, that guy's gonna die.
We're not to move.
Where's the... No, you Gronk. Let's kill that dude.
I know.
Back we go. Gonna have to pay attention this time. Wait. Let's run the whole way there. Whoop. Oh my god. Pays to go the right way. Pays to go the right way. This way.
We're best off staying where we are for now, Eric.
Oi, look sharp!
Give this bloke another chop. Fuck. Alright.
Thank you, Founder.
Excuse me. There he is. Don't do the whole thing again. There you go. Alright, go back to... Are you serious? Nice, Lando. Get wrecked. Notorious Mark slain. Get out of here, you rat.
You didn't see that coming.
Pet the dog.
What a fine hound.
Just cutting through.
That must be the bridge.
$5.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
What of the Imperials?
The pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
That in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable.
And that's why we're going to stop them.
Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands.
100%.
Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening.
Bloody oath.
Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
You can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Quest complete. The White-Winged Wonder.
Oi, you there! You handy with that sword of yours?
No, I wear it for comedic effect.
You're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Hell yeah, let's go help.
Alright.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find
Bro, it's the same age.
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a luckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her.
The flock will rise again.
I'm sure I will.
Good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Overthrowing the Empire's gonna have to wait. Time to save some birds.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Is it just the scorpions? A feather. The plot thickens.
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds.
Bet you it is her.
Looks like they went that way.
It is Ambrosia. It has to be. Oh no!
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Let's kill some bandits.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Where's Jill?
That, eh? Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I
hurt you.
It's or better still.
Did he just pull an axe out like a sword?
You both.
Alright then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, through both legs. Oh, big boy's sneaking up on me. Bro, what a... Enemy slain. Ambrosia.
Safe now. Right heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy?
It's his dad's.
You couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. I reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. A bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Something like that.
Well,
No, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. No matter who you are, you done right by me.
what is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it?
You're coming home, bird. Chocobo. Ambrosia. It was his father's.
This into heartwarming sight. Lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
To get him out now. Hell yeah. The rebels will rise again.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed.
Mmm.
How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't You worry. We'll get along just
Thank
fine
you.
without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off.
She even got a little
You
patch
have fun traveling with your
for her
master.
lost eye.
You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. That can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Bro, you have a scar on your face.
That'll be the excitement getting to me.
The exact shape.
That I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, just be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Can you call her at any time, I wonder? Oh, they've all got saddles on now. Quest complete. The White-Winged Wonder. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo Ambrosia. Ah, I thought it was his dad's. How incorrect I am. Chocobo unlocked. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 whilst in the field to summon Ambrosia and X to mount.
Let's go.
Oh, it's just like Final Fantasy VII. Can you go across water? Nope. Immersion broken. This is badass. Ah! Are we riding alone or is Jill there as well? No. Well, that's cool.
Straight home now.
Whoa. Disappeared straight into the ether. Alright. Chat, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom and I'll be straight back to continue the main story. I'll be back. Boom. We are back. Let's go. Lady K, thank you for blocking. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers.
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
Think it's alright to touch him?
I don't know.
Good boy, Torgal.
You go first.
Just playing with the kids. Where's the saddle? I thought that was there. Ah. It's down there. A saddle and blindness craft split. Oh, I already read that. Nope. Read that earlier. Reading table. A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia. Or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill. It's a very arm's length apart love story so far. Let's see how this reunion goes.
Ah, Clive! I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
That is a crazy sized city.
How pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and
Kristen, they made a character for
too
you.
much for his radiance to resist.
She has red hair.
And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gate as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
Let's go destroy another one.
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Called it. Let's fucking do it.
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. If there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
He reminds me of Zell from Final Fantasy VIII. Otto's counter is now open. The following hideaway facility is now open. Alliant reports the patrons whisper the hunt board. All three are located near Otto in the mess.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
The backyard. How do I get there?
I think it's alright to touch him.
I always get sidetracked. Side quests have to be done. Where was it? There. Oh, that's cool.
Won't be long now, Martel. Try your... Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. Welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It's a nice gift, mate. Of course I can do that.
It'd be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
Fitting name.
Hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
It's not deep.
That guitar is sweet. Did I just go completely the wrong way? Yep.
And you say Sid built this place?
Extremely true, but won't happen.
So Martha's all right. You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
course she was. And I'd sort that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not the dead ones. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Clive, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for
What's
you.
the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need not to remind Kupo, I'm the mightiest of the Moogles. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the Greenswood can measure up. So I need you to slay them all.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I'll stay here then and keep an eye on the billets that get posted on the board. So if there's anything you need to know, Kupo, I'm your Moogle. You see the curse breaks here very billet of rank of riskiness, Kupo. From this thing could kill you with a single swipe to a 7-nation army couldn't scratch that thing's skin. But I'm sure you'll be fine, Kupo. Well, not sure, but that one's a risk I'm willing to take. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been. Look at these wings. Do they look like the sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid. Reports of fiends terrorising countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. Already took out that Gronk. The Angel of Death. That sounds average. Oh my god. Belphegor. That has to be an Easter egg. 2 seconds, chat. Belphegor. Thought so. It's a demon. Thought it was familiar. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to the east pool. That dude is ridiculous. Look at the size of him. That's a C, that's a C, then that's a B. Not quite yet. Is there a faster way that way?
But these beauties are sweet.
That room's as ragged as a goat's lock.
That broom is as ragged as a goat's locks. Let's see if I can actually create anything out of the shit that I found.
Back are ya? So, will it be?
Can't, mate. Can I create anything good? Taking the piss.
And
whoever did the guitar work for this game is fantastic.
Cursebreakers sent their thanks and their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind.
It's only been 5 years, mate.
Tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put
True.
everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do
Damn
anything
Skippy.
really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either.
Some of his
That's
crop.
too much to ask.
Clive.
Of course.
Apples, not
I'll
pot.
see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Quest complete. The fruits of her labors. Snow. Come on. $15.10. What the? That's sizer. Garuda. What have we upgraded? It's already optimized. What haven't we done? Besides the beasts on the board. Crystal, crystal, crystal. Where was the last one? 1, 2. From the heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of the Rosalith's castle and everything else in between. Hawk's Cry Cliff. Very cool name.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
Wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
To kill them all.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We'll face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Still. With the village of Amber.
Get him! Over here! This one. Give me the
Ooh. Is that a cranky one again? Yep.
It's over.
Teacher for being a grumpy bird.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! They were loyalists.
Loyalists.
Jill, look.
Oh, they're dead.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befalls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Let's find out.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Welcome, stranger.
won't be disappointed. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Not if I kill him.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
I'm gonna Luke Skywalker the shit out of this Empire.
You've seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You've seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
Kill him.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. If it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, it's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shield
Ooh, there's some
is looking
secrets
for.
here.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Shut up, Rock.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the appointed thing, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waiting there? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
Over here! Get him!
Lost plume. Ooh, bomb. That's a bit different, isn't it? Bull's horn braid. Here we go.
More of my mother's men.
Overkill. Oh, $11. We're rich. Oh, there's a big boy down there. Goblin coin. Mortal blow.
Blood, Clive.
Indeed it is, Jill.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then?
And draw your
we
blood.
owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
You're dead.
Say that again. I'll show you a true libertarian.
Get him! Get him!
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Cut his head off.
We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
This place is being trashed.
Find something, boy. Death.
When are we gonna start getting revenge for this shit?
Found her.
This is grim for Final Fantasy 100%.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Surely we come back later and this is all fixed.
We're approaching Hewitt Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth.
In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Time to fight.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. Be safe. This one. Go for it. This one. Over here. Go for it.
Level up.
Luster.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy! Voice-ripped dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Lassen, who will die on your doorstep?
Better out there than in here. Fuck off.
Chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said weary and filth. Back to your stall. Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
The Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Enemies bested.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
Let's fucking go, Wade.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
I don't need popping kneecaps.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Hell yeah, brother.
I imagine
The Phoenix will rise again.
Just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
We'll show them that
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. As you wish, my lord. I will be here should you need aught else.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host of their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills.
Met from the
This will
rear.
allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
Hell yeah.
So we shall.
Accepting. Prioritized. Party members throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Alright chat, I will be back. Go to the bathroom and I need to put the dishwasher on because I forgot. Classic. 'Cause I'm under your spell. I'll beat you to the flames. Chat, I am back. A little bit longer and then I am outies. Hang out with my partner before she starts work over in Indiana. Okay. True. Also true.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
Hell yeah.
Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Let's ride.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh, this is ominous. Bugging me sideways. That was the Black Shields. It's actually supremely comfortable sitting like this.
On your command, my lord.
Oh yeah, let's break their legs.
Straight home now.
What is it now? I told you. We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us...
The Phoenix will rise again!
...that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard...
That's Lady, thank you.
...the might of the Black Shields. Then come! Die along with your flame!
Poor choice of last words.
Forest area!
The Phoenix will rise again!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
And I completely missed everything.
This one. Bloody hell. Reinforcements from the far bank.
Oh, send a dragon.
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't see no
Get him.
Oh yeah, that was at nothing.
Over here.
Oh, sweet, it's a dragoon.
Noble stand.
Albeit a misguided one.
Misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire
need of
cleansing.
Bro, you are dead. Knight of the Lasting Dark. What a sick name, though. Oh shit. Can dodge.
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this. You mean finish him? Get him.
Enemy slain.
don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well.
True.
She'll move
Mine
swiftly
wouldn't.
to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Quest complete. Black or white. Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone.
True.
And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
You accepted the burnt blade from Wade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Port Isolde, the Imperial Province of Rosario. Behemoth horns.
Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
How big's this bloke? Listen to his feet.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
Where's my sword?
You would mock me as well?
Oh, I thought that was...
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshard. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
That was fucking cool.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. One thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
She's hiding some secrets. Calling it now.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Here we go.
Once outfitted,
I can't go with
she'll
you.
bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Oh, come on, would have been perfect to they were holding hands in that scene at the end. Missed opportunity. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
And here be time to stop for the night, chat. Oh my god. Chat. Those of you that stayed lurking, thank you very much. I appreciate it immensely. Another day down. Yes. Christon. Another day down. But that's it. Thank you very much, guys. I might think about it tomorrow night. Really depends. I usually like to do this while my partner's working until she moves here, and then she'll be back there at her setup. But until tomorrow night, maybe. Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Peace.